anything I run into, you could always know that I'm going to focus on your money. And any time I'm at a board of commissioners, I always say that, a board of, anywhere I'm at, and I see elected officials lose sight of your money, that's when I think, hey, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to be looking into. That's what I do. Your money. I don't care if it's the President of the United States, the governor, I don't care who it is. It's not a dislike and it's not personal. It's your money. So here's where I'm at on this, okay? First of all, you have 5 candidates looking for a position in the state Senate seat for 54th State Senate District 54. Okay, 5 candidates. 4, and this is something 4 candidates have identified as Republicans. Now, I have not gone to all the forums. I have not listened to everything, the 4 candidates that identify themselves as Republicans, or read all the articles on these candidates. But if they would spend time going in that district over there and letting people know how displeased they are, somebody, with Governor Nathan Deal in his attempt to look like a Republican in some areas that are just not Republican legislation, and the vetoes last year, you have a field day. But no, I don't hear any Republicans over there taking anything to task, standing up as their own, individualizing themselves, coming out as the candidate, and not caring more about the district. Now, that's not personal. I like all the candidates. Now, here's the thing that really sticks. Senator Charlie Bethel, okay, which later on some review should be done. Now, he may be the nicest guy in the world, but all sources tell me he is an attorney. He is an attorney, but has never tried a case. That's what sources tell me. And that we now have in the state of Georgia an attorney that has never actually tried a case as an appeals court judge. Not magistrate, not probate judge, not state, not superior court, appeals court. That probably should get looked into. That should be something that they should go and look into, is the appointments that the governor gets to make like this. Now, well, what little time I have left, do you realize, and this is not a solid number, you realize this could probably cost close to $100,000 to do this election? Let's just say it does. See, if you've never sat in a county budget meeting, and you've never seen these commissioners struggle with trying to make their budgets work, and if you've ever sat there and heard the head of board of elections for your county or probate judge, whoever it's run through, what office in your county, say, hey, we have to budget this much for elections. Let me tell you something. This was a big year they had to budget. They had to budget for state elections. They had to budget for primary. They had to budget for a presidential election. You need to look at your counties and see what they had to budget this year for elections alone. Was very big, and your counties have to budget that, your money. So what does Nathan Deal, the governor, do? He reaches in on November 9th, and he picks Charlie on November 9th. He didn't know on the 7th or the 6th. He picks. You could have had somebody on the ballot in that general election. He could have made that decision early on, so you could have had somebody on the ballot in the general, and your county could have paid for it one time, president, everything, and you could have had the race. And you could have had your state Senate candidate picked by the majority of the people, because turnout was, record high in these districts. But no, you got an 85,000, voter district that's only going to 5,000-6,000 votes to pick your next senator, okay? On November 9th, the election. Not to speak of what it costs your county. They have to pay for that if there's a runoff. So let's say let's say there's a runoff in this election. Let's say it's going to end up costing $200,000. Let's just say it does for this district. Where in the world could these counties get $200,000? I have an idea. I've got one. Guess where I think they might be able to get it? I happen to be looking at Charlie Bethel's election year campaign finance report. And guess what? Charlie Bethel, senator, former state senator, will be leaving and heading to the appeals court while his campaign finance fund has $201,973 in it. So there's $200,000. So I propose today that anytime the governor wants to appoint anybody in the state by the Constitution of the state of Georgia, he has the right to do that. Anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the state, he wants to appoint anybody, that the campaign finance fund of the individual that he is appointing go into a fund to pay for the special election in their district. That's right. Did you understand? Let me get that one more time. So here's what happens. You want to pick somebody? Because now Charlie Bethel, this is not an anti-Charlie Bethel. This is just the facts. He is picked. It's going to cost this district a whole lot of money to have this election. We're going to use a round number of 200,000. What if the runoff, right? Why did these counties have to come out of their pockets when Governor Deal, I'm going to say disregard my word, for the cost to them, and picks this guy, and now there's a special election. Anytime the governor picks an elected official throughout the state that is serving, the campaign finance fund of that elected official should have to go into a special fund for special elections for those counties. It should get turned back to their district. Now, I know what it's getting ready to say. Whoa. You can't do that. Well, that wouldn't be right. Okay, Charlie Bethel has $201,000. He can legally do so many things with it. He can give it as scholarships. He could donate it to charities. He could send campaign contributions himself to other candidates throughout the state. Oh, yes. So my opinion is what you should do is have to give this money to the district to pay for the special election. So the next time you want to pick somebody to replace, you got to, it happens. It's a constitutional right. It happens. So next time you want to pick somebody to serve on the court, or you want to pick somebody to replace a district attorney that moved somewhere else, and there's a special election, that's fine. But the person you pick, that campaign finance money should have to go into a fund to pay for that election. That's just my thought. I don't think very many in Atlanta probably were very happy with my thought, but I think I'm about tired of this. I'm about tired of people just doing things with total disregard of how it gets paid for. This is not right. That district, whoever is elected, that district will have an enormous bill. Now, if there's something that comes from the state that I don't know to pay for this election, please send it to me, because that's not what I'm hearing. I got 3 minutes before I'm left. I'm going to tell you something. It's not a big prize, but here, for all you Republicans and conservatives out there, here's a scary little thought. Around 7,000 voters in Whitfield County alone, and there's 4 counties, around 7,000 voters in Whitfield County alone voted for Hillary Clinton. Now, that may be a scary thought to you, but that's not exactly the scary thought I was about to give you. Guess what? Debbie Peppers voted for Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Guess what? Donald Trump voters are happy. They don't have the greatest reason to run back to the poll. Guess what? Democrats are angry. Why, Lord, if Miss Peppers could get the word out to just 7,000 in Whitfield County, not counting Murray, Gordon, or Pickens, just Whitfield, and say, here's your chance to join a fellow Hillary Clinton voter and getting even with some of these no good red state Republicans, Donald Trump people. Now, those are my words. And they come back to the poll. Let me tell you something. You got a problem, Republicans, because you just might see a Democrat down under the gold dome. And you can look and say, thank you, Mr. Governor, if that's the case. So I hope the governor's not too mad at me. You think he's mad at me, George? Or you don't want to get in that?
I don't think the governor cares what you think.
Oh, no. Dang, come on. That's a showstopper right there. Folks, we're almost over. I got a minute. Hey, I'm going shopping. Here's my Christmas list. Throw me up some pictures. I got to get Georgia here. Look at those shoes. Give me a couple more. Look at that hat. I like that hat. Give me another one, Cole. I like that shirt. Give me another one.
Here's what I like.
You like that jacket?
It's pretty nice. Broken
Bull, Sycamore Crossing. Broken Bull. Now, they have ladies' clothing, right? Okay, but I wasn't shopping for that. That wasn't what I was shopping for. Broken Bull, Sycamore Crossing. Go check it out. Some of your holiday shopping. I'm your host, BKP. I will be back tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. Is today Thursday?
Yep. Tomorrow's Friday.
Okay, so I won't be back Thursday morning here. That'll be next week. We'll be at the Vault in the morning.
Yep.
I got to get it together, folks. We'll be at the Vault in downtown Blue Ridge, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. George is well on his way in. And don't forget, ring the bell.